Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I was about to go on and welcome to the Fat Lady Knits, but you know where you are. Okay. To my new subscribers, welcome. To everyone who's working on a new to them circular sock machine, I hope you're having fun. Sometimes it's frustrating fun, but I hope you're having fun. You need to keep your sense of humor with these with these machines. Okay? So, I'm back. And I mean I'm back, but we'll get to that in a minute. What did I do this week? What is on my table? Remember me and the paper clips? I have twisted and broken so many paper clips. If there's a paper clip army out there, they're hunting me. Okay? But I did manage to get one, I think, done. Okay, hold on. Here. That looks like a heart, doesn't it? But I wanted to cover all of it in red, but I'm not sure that's possible because if you do that, how do you get it to function as a paperclip? I don't know. You know what? Since I'm up on commission for 12, I'll do 6 that are like this, partially covered, and I'll do 6 that are fully covered, and then I'll mail them to the princess who this is for. And I pray. When is Valentine's Day? It's not next week, right? You know, these holidays that used to be so important, you're now like, that's all right, we're good. But yeah, I think I've got it. Okay? I'm not sure, but I think. I think it would look, the red is strong, but that's all right. Because pink would be a little wishy washy, I think. But we're good with that, I think. Now the challenge will be to bend all the others so that it's um so that they're the same. Okay? We do not want this to be an episode when they arrive to be in an episode of one of these things just doesn't belong. Oops. Okay. What else is going on? Ah, which should I do first? Okay. I said I'm back. Princess Blue, yes, Princess Blue is back in a big way and behaving. Yes, I said that. What did, okay, which one do I show you first? Ah, one of my blue princesses. Remember this thing about long socks? Well, this is a long sock. And I must say, what is this? Oh, I'm trying to do this episode without my glasses, and I know I can't see a thing. And we're not even 5 minutes in, and I'm thirsty. Excuse me 1 second. I need a little sip. Okay. This is Opal. You know what? Let me see if I can just hold it up and you can see it because that's true, it's backwards. But there's Opal, there's Style, and what else does it say? It's 100 grams. Yeah, let me just put the, can you see that? I'll put it close and I'll put it far because I can't see it. It's a blue. That's all I can tell you. I had my glasses and I came to sit down and I left them over there. I'm sorry about that. But this yarn knitted like a dream. I was absolutely shocked. Okay? Excuse me 1 second. Where? Ah, it did. It knitted. It knitted. I just needed to move something. It knitted like a dream. The thing though is, I tried it on the princess's foot because she wants really long socks, and it came to right above her knee. Now, that sounds good, but I have some concerns. What are my concerns? When this has Lycra, when I wash this really long sock, I haven't closed the toe yet because I wanted to make sure it fit her first. It's going to shrink. And I don't know by what percentage. And if I did it, that wouldn't mean what the percentage was. That wouldn't mean anything to me because math is not my thing. But I know this is going to shrink. And what's this? This is the beginning of the yarn. I usually tuck it in so that if I ever need to do something with the sock, I know where stitch number 1 is. Okay? But because I am concerned that it fit perfectly and I know it's going to shrink, I made another one, same yarn, and it's another long socks with the toe still open, and they both have 150 rows of rib. Okay, so that's a really long cuff. But the first one has 70 rows of stitches till you get to the heel, whereas this one has 90. And I'm afraid I still didn't put enough. Maybe I should take it out up to the pre-heel and add another, because 10 rows isn't gonna, because if I add 10 rows, it'll be 90 rows, but that's not a lot. Maybe I need to go over 100, maybe 120, 130, because I know this is going to shrink. There's nothing I can do about it. It's going to shrink. And I do not want any frowns when I deliver the sock. It's worn and then it's washed and then I get a, what happened to my long socks? Because I know I have to take out the first one because those 70 rows are not enough. But I'm thinking these 90 rows, because it's 90 rows from the end of the rib to the beginning of the heel. Well, blue is behaving, so I'm going to take it out. Let me tell you, when I did the first sock, blue was not behaving. I dropped between 6 and 8 rib needles. Oh, you should have heard me. I was having a fit. But I finished the sock, and I was like, Oh, I must say, I didn't finish the socks all at once. I started off on a 96 cylinder, and I did 150 rows of rib. I think I'm going to start on the 96 cylinder again, and the next pair of socks, not this one, I am going to do maybe 250 to 300 rows of rib, and maybe also 250 rows of plain knitting. Because after I took it off, I took the 96 cylinder out, I put the 64 because I know her foot. And I know the 64 cylinder is perfect for her foot. And I doubled the stitches on the needle. You can see it if you're a knitter, but once I wash this, no one will notice. But I am so glad that blue is doing what I would like her to do. It's 2024. Maybe she's in a good mood because it's a new year. Okay? Now, yeah, I'm going to take them out. I don't dare pull out all this rib because I have no clue what's going to happen. And you know what? Remember my bent buckle? What's that? It's not a fork. That bent piece of stainless steel I used to hang the weight? I can't find it anywhere. I've searched. I spent today searching. That craft room is freezing. Because that particular bedroom, I turned off the heat. It's freezing in there. In order to go in there, I have to put on a hat and a heavy sweatshirt. Okay? And I can't find the bent buckle. It's not on the couch. It's not on the love seat. is not on the table. I don't know where it is. So I had to improvise a weight system. And that's really dangerous, especially with ribs. I have found in working on a circular sock machine, weight really affects the rib stitch. If you have unequal, I have found for me, unequal weights on each of the two socks, usually results in one rib being longer than the other, even though the row counter is telling me, oh, you've done 100 rows of rib. When I compare them, one is always longer than the other. And with my improvised system, how do you get it perfect when you're moving? Because what I did was I took the heel weights and I used them to weigh down the sock because I can't find my bent buckle to hang the weight. Okay, so that was my adventure, but I'm happy because I do have a pair of socks that don't have holes. Okay, now we'll put that over there, but they look beautiful, and I must say, I really like this yarn. I'm glad I have so much of it, and I need to start using it because it knit beautifully. And I discovered something. And I think the easiest way is to show you this. Can you see that? Sorry about the shiny tape. Okay. This is the traditional needle for my circular sock machine. Okay. This is a 12 gauge needle, cylinder needle, and these are the two different types of needles that you can get for the ribber. See, one is regular, one is the short butt. My machine doesn't care. I'm not sure why there's a difference. Maybe it's so many machines use these needles, it may make a difference to them. Princess Blue, couldn't care less. Okay, and then these are the needles I used to make the socks. And let me tell you, it made such a difference. What did I just say? It made such a difference. You know what? What if Blue just likes these needles and doesn't like the traditional 12 gauge? Because these are big hook needles. You see how much bigger they are than these? This hook and its ribbon needle, they're big. Could that be my problem all along, that machine prefers that I use this? That's an interesting thought. Well, I have to figure out a way to test this, but not right now. She's working well. Those needles are knitting. That's what's staying in there. Now, I did buy this needle. This is a 10 gauge needle. And I was looking at it, and there's not very much difference in terms of hook size between the 10 and the 12. Not only that, there's no ribbon needle. I couldn't find one. There may be one out there, but I could not find a ribbon needle that was 10 gauge. And I noticed this 10 gauge needle is longer than both the 12 gauge and my big hook needle. After I finish making the blue socks that I'm supposed to, and I think some pink socks that are supposed to be extra long, I'm going to try and see what this needle does and what kind of stitches do I get if I use a big hook ribbon needle, and what if I use the 12 gauge hook needle. That should be fun, right? See the things you do when you have time on your hands. But this machine, I'm just so relieved because let me tell you, before I got sick, I had such a hard time with Blue. She was not knitting anything. And now we seem to be doing well. And maybe it's a sign of good luck because I also found my earrings. I couldn't find these anywhere. I'm looking for my ID because it has a number on it I need. I can't find my ID, but I found my earring. Okay, so maybe I should start looking for something else and then I'll find my ID. Okay, but this has been a great week to work with Princess Blue. I am really pleased with the socks that I have. I don't mind taking out the toe, the foot, the heel, and adding length to the foot. I like taking the stitches on and off. It does not faze me. Okay? If you're a beginner, that will probably annoy you, but it's all part of it. Okay? So that's what I've been up to. And something else, the Cricut. Yes, the Cricut. I have a Cricut Explorer Air 2 that I bought 3 years ago. This November will be 4 years, and I've never done anything on it. So, next episode, we're going to talk about that because I have watched a ton of videos and I'm trying to get it, well, I'm trying to understand how it works so I can do something. And I'm trying to figure out how do you make it knit related? Because it's basically a cutting machine. Instead of using scissors, you're asking the machine or telling the machine to cut something out for you. So, anyone have any thoughts? How do you marry the Cricut and knitting or the Cricut and crocheting? I haven't figured that out yet. And I'm definitely not paying a monthly subscription for their designs. That's not going to happen. But we'll talk about that next time. In the meanwhile, I'm happy. I hope you're happy. I hope you're having fun making whatever you're making. And I'll see you soon. Bye.